Hello, hello. My name is Maxine Samone. My company's name is A Touch of Venus. I'm here to share an intuitive message with you. And I'm here to help you build a better relationship with yourself so that you can have a better relationship with the world around you, okay? I'm going to do a collective reading. And I do have personals available. Everything can be found in the description box below or the link in my bio, wherever you're seeing this. And let's just get into it because the energy is kind of crazy. The energy is kind of crazy lately. I feel the energy is supposed to be crazy right now because there's like this Mars-Uranus conjunction, which is it's like on a very physical level, disruptive, aggressive, sudden, and people don't like sudden things, you know, sudden changes and stuff like that. So, hello. I am going to do a collective reading. It will be saved on YouTube if you can't stay. It's okay. But yeah, we're talking about the tension, the sudden changes, the need to be able to pivot, to not take things personally, and to not get distracted and let anything throw you off course right now, okay? You may see that I'm in a new environment. I just flew back into the States, so I'm even in the middle of transition right now, which is like, I feel like you're being picked up, moved into a different environment that resonates more with where you're trying to go. This is also, I'm kind of getting the feeling of staying in your own lane and not getting distracted, because there's also this feeling of, like I said, not getting distracted, but something was about to come through. It just lost me. I don't know. It'll come back if it's important. Let's see. Being picked up, moved to a different area. Like a physical location. It feels like a physical location, or just away from danger. It feels like away from those other distractions that you weren't making the decision. So Spirit was like a North Node purpose. I kept seeing 10th house as well popping up. Into a safe space and around people that give a fuck about you. You may be alone at first, though. You may have to go out on this journey alone initially, which could be a little bit painful. We've been dealing with the energy of grief as well. But yeah, let's see what wants to come out. I was just thinking about, I wanted to mention the inner child. This is Leo energy. Also, we're getting ready for, this is number 17. The 8-8 portal is coming. It's not here yet. Oh, that was the only thing I was going to say. Clearing out, like the tension building. Thank you for the likes. The tension building to help you with like clearing out some blockages before the 8-8 portal, the Lion's portal, which is a big manifestation portal. Saturn, Truth, and Soul came out together. So right now, I feel like your inner child is speaking to you. I'm kind of getting the energy of like tantrum though, because they're trying to get your attention. So when you're seeing these outbursts, or if you're feeling the tension rising with other people, your inner child is trying to get your attention about something. So pay attention. I would reflect back on your behaviors as a child. And what was how did you get attention as a child? Were you someone that went off on your own and dealt with your problems alone? Did you learn that pattern? Did you throw tantrums? Did you act out? You know, did you do something to get attention? You know, pay attention to that, because it's a pattern being cleared right now that is kind of blocking your abundance. How does your inner child act when you don't feel safe? How do you act when you don't feel safe? That is the pattern that is being cleared out right now, because you are in a position to to take care of yourself. You're matured. You're an adult now, you know? And your inner child is still an aspect of yourself that needs to be cared for, that needs to feel safe. So yes, Saturn return, age in the reverse on the bottom of the deck. It's like your heart, you're safe to open your heart up again. You need to comfort your inner child and let them know that it's safe to be open to love again, to trust people, because you are an adult. You have developed a healthy masculine and a healthy feminine aspects of yourself to keep yourself safe. So the tensions, the outbursts, however you used to deal with things when you were a child is coming to the surface so that you can reparent yourself. And this opens you up to so many more possibilities, because once you break those patterns, there's less to be afraid of. Fear doesn't control you as much anymore, or stop you from, again, like feeling abundant, being connected to community, being connected to people, which is what your inner child needs. It needs support. A time for healing, clarifying Leo, the inner child. So sit with your inner child right now. What does it want to say to you? Actually, we're going to go ahead and ask that. Meditate and contemplate, clarifying moon, soul. This is new moon in Pisces as well. So Pisces, in relativity to Leo, typically those signs don't go together, but there is an interesting relationship there between Pisces being kind of the womb, that deep mothering, spiritual mother, and the Vesica Pisces within the body in sacred geometry and in your energy centers is the space between the heart space and your solar plexus. This right here in between is called the Vesica Pisces, where these two places overlap. So the energy of Pisces that connects you to the heart space and that crossover to the inner child, there's a relationship there. This is where you birth higher level consciousness. This is where you trust. This is where you derive the will to live a heart-led life. So that is, I feel like, the part of you that is being healed right now, or you may be experiencing heart expansion and like a solar plexus like turning on right now. Prosperity lies ahead. Clarifying Saturn truth. And then don't let pride get in your way, which is the full moon in Leo, which is pride comes right before a fall, okay? Pride is what enacts the fear that allows fear to seep in from you actually doing what you feel called to do. You actually following your soul's lead, your heart's lead, you know? Pride is what is a lower expression of Leo energy, which is a lower expression. It traps the inner child. I just got all warm like in the solar plexus area, and this is like, it says, don't let pride get in your way of your abundance. So don't let your old ego stories or your old ego patterns, or again, like all these patterns of like how your inner child used to cope and the stories that you told yourself, the old identity that you identify, like the old stories that you identify with, hold you back from actually experiencing the abundance that is like on its way to you. Don't block it, because I said emotions are running very high. Like I said, there's a lot of tension being built right now, and just like I can just feel uneasy. Let me see. I feel like these are kind of fun. They're small. These give me like inner child kind of vibes. This tarot deck. Let me see. What does the inner child want to say to you right now? What does your inner child, what does the collective children, what is it trying to communicate to you at the moment? So there's a tower moment. They want to communicate to you, or your inner child is letting you know that the way that we've been building our life, the foundation that we built our life on isn't actually sustainable because you didn't include me in the plan. You didn't think about your inner child when you were building this. With the Hangman in reverse, that tells me that you didn't include you didn't think about my relaxation, my rest, my perspective. You didn't think about, and that's something that needs to be incorporated in your life. You know what I'm saying? Because there's an aspect of you, that inner child aspect of you, that doesn't go anywhere. It's still here. It's still what feels like in the dark, you know. The true expression of the inner child is authentic expression. And so where have you not built in spaces where you can express yourself authentically? Where have you allowed yourself to exist in spaces that you feel like you can't express yourself authentically? Those are the tower places, the tower moments, the environments that are crumbling. And like I said, you're being picked up and moved somewhere else because your inner child deserves to have a life that is fulfilling. The inner child is very sad right now. 5 of Cups. It's been left in the dark. It's been forgotten about. So I would say, if I couldn't give you any action steps, just collective, take time to sit with your inner child and ask him or her what she needs. Because there is a whole, I have to cover this card. The world, it's a cycle coming to a close. That's been, I feel like this has been happening for a while. Yeah, 10 of Wands. They're like, I'm fucking tired of this. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. That's what it feels like. I'm tired. This isn't fun. We're not enjoying our life. Where are we getting to be creative? Where are we getting to express ourselves? Like, it's like, exactly. It's like, I was just about to say, it's like when a child is tugging on like the mom and being like, I really want to play a game with you. I really want to create something with you. I really want to go have fun with you, specifically with the mother figure. I want to feel something. I want to feel connected. I want to know that you care about me. With the Page of Swords, it's asking like, how do you show that you care about me? You know. And the beautiful thing about the inner child is that it's extremely patient, just like any child with its parent, you know. They're forever forgiving. But you do need to build a relationship with this aspect of yourself. And so it's like asking you, how do you show up for me? How do you love me? Really? Do you incorporate me into your plans? Because once you start to prioritize me, because I'm the most important aspect of you, I'm connected to the divine, I'm connected to your soul, this is where the fortune comes in. And you shouldn't be doing these things for outward abundance. That's not what it's about. But it's about I'm getting so many different things with this particular card with the Wheel of Fortune, because that's not the direction of the reading. I'm trying to go with like an incentive for doing the work. The incentive for doing the work is a better life, a more balanced life, a life that you can enjoy, a life where you feel safe. That's the incentive. It's not to get any kind of fortune or to have like luck on your side. It's more about the experience. It's about not feeling left out, not leaving any aspect of yourself out in the cold, not being attached to the scarcity mindset, you know, because like when you don't feel safe, when your inner child doesn't feel safe, it feels like has to be on guard. And You have developed enough, you've been on the healing journey long enough to understand what it means to protect yourself. So your inner child doesn't need to feel this way. What does this collective, what's the action that it can take? Freeing themselves. Stopping, like, when it comes to anxiety, this is all sword energy. So Knight of Swords is a message coming in. This came out in the reverse, and it's like stopping any anxious thoughts in their tracks. Your inner child has access to everything that like your internal world. So when it comes to, I asked what you can actually do. You can do the mental work, the mental healing work of stopping it, like really understanding the difference between anxiety and your intuition. Because you're an adult now, you can pay attention to how your body feels. And like I said, if you study and you connect with your inner child, you can also connect with your own behavior, study your own patterns of behavior, where it's like, how does my inner child try to speak to me? What kind of tantrum does it try to throw? What kind of attention seeking does it actually like catalyze? Because that is where some people, I feel like this collective used to experience anxiety as a child because they didn't feel safe. How do you deal with your anxiety is really the question. And it's asking you to, let's put this in the reverse, stop the anxiety before it like overcomes you and you freeze, before you start to get into this Five of Pentacles scarcity mindset, feeling left out. Three of Swords, exactly. This is more swords energy. This is heartbreak. It's like if you allow that anxiety to take over, your inner child feels unsafe, and it feels like you're almost self-betraying because you're not actually listening to it. You're not actually fulfilling its desires, your own desires. You're choosing the path of fear rather than the path of love. So Page of Pentacles, it's asking you to allow it to flourish, allow it to plant seeds that you can harvest, allow you to plant seeds, or allow the inner child to actually allow it to plant seeds. Don't allow your anxiety to take over and not allow you to plant the seeds to live the life that you want to live, you know? This is a judgment call. This is a judgment, or to release the judgment too around the things that you want to cultivate. What does the inner child actually want to help you cultivate? It's not just about being safe, but there are some desires that your inner child has had, that you've had as a child, like your innermost dreams, and with not the simple question of what do you want to be when you grow up, but it's how do you want to live? You know what I'm saying? That's what your inner child is asking you and wanting to help you create. And they're asking you to release the judgments around the seeds that they want to plant, because it's going to be fulfilling, not just for the inner child, but these are your desires. It's not separate, and it's related to work. I feel like it's related to what you do for a living, with the Eight of Pentacles, and I feel like it's related to art. It's related to creating, because you see this person is coloring just like a child too. That's so cute. And then you have the Ten of Pentacles. They're stop. I don't know. I feel like this particular collective could be artists, or they could be like undercover artists, like artists in the closet or something. You guys do things to create safety or security in your life, to have money basically. And some of the things that you've done in the past have been self-betrayal. Those are not things that make you happy, and you stay too committed in positions that do not light you up, that make your inner child feel left out. And not only that, but you're not incorporating time to explore the arts, which would eventually lead to your Ten of Pentacles. I'm not saying you have to go out and quit your job or anything, but there is this transition that is happening. Like I said, you're being picked up and put in a different environment. What are you going to do in this environment? Is what I'm asking you. Are you going to take the same behaviors, the same thought processes, all of the judgment, all of the anxiety to this new environment? Or are you going to allow yourself to flourish a bit and to try new things and to follow like what makes you passionate? You know what I'm saying? Thank you for all the likes. The King of Wands in the reverse. It's the ego. It's the ego. Again, like pride comes right before a fall or something like that. It's some kind of like saying like that where it's like right before a fall, there's pride. And this literally, it says, don't let pride get in your way of abundance. Seven of Swords, what's a lie? What's the distraction? It's tyrannical, really. The Emperor in reverse. It's the unhealed masculine that makes you feel like you have to do things that you don't want to do in order to keep yourself safe. That you have to lean into and the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, and it's like if you realize this, you don't have to. If you put yourself in a position, if you start to make time for your inner child and you start to prioritize how you actually feel in your creative projects and seeing value in your creative ideas, that will be reflected in the universe. If you see value in your creative ideas and you give it time, you nurture that seed, it will be reflected in the universe. You know what I'm saying? So the lie is that everything has to be satisfying to this old ego identity, which told you that you needed to do things that you did not want to do to keep yourself safe. Be around people that you didn't want to be around to keep yourself safe, to have community, quote unquote. But these people showed you that they're not real community. What's up for reverse? Yeah, reverse. So be prepared to live a very unconventional life moving forward, because you are helping to break, well, one, you're breaking your own ego. You're going through an ego death and you're being reborn, which is allowing your inner child to kind of come to the forefront to help you lead this new life. And it's going to be a very creative life. It's not going to look like everybody else's, because you're a very creative person and your life isn't supposed to look like everybody else's. You're also going to be a catalyst for other people to live a life that is more authentic and more aligned to their soul's desires. It's going to take some strength. It's going to take some courage. It's going to take, what just came through is like the willingness to crucify yourself, your old self. If you think about that story, which is like the greatest story ever told, you know, Christ knew that he was going to be crucified if he did what he was supposed to do, and he did. He still moved forward. He knew, he willingly walked into it, you know, because it's not just about this experience, it's about the legacy that you leave behind. And that's really what elevated Leo energy is about the legacy. It's about having courage. It's about being a leader by living through your example and elevating your consciousness. It's about the energy behind things. And by you stepping into your authenticity, you're going to inspire a lot of other people to do the same. So this is a lot. It's a very internal process that's taking place right now. But like I said, there's a lot of like tension happening on the surface because things are being removed, things are being moved around. People are being moved around. Foundations are falling. People are feeling, again, like it's saying, emotions are running high. You're welcome. And adjustments are required. And look at the bigger picture. So all that being said, it's like there is really an invitation to mother yourself through this, to connect with your inner child specifically, and to really, I feel like connect with your solar plexus, your sacral, those creative centers, and that willpower, and ask yourself, how do you need to be taken care of right now? Notice when you are triggered, what is your reaction? How do you react to that? Because that's your inner child speaking to you right now and telling you, I don't feel safe right now. But you're in the position to mother yourself and provide the structure, to father yourself, to provide the discipline, the consistency that you didn't receive as a child. And this is going to be very healing for not only yourself, but the collective and everyone that you come in contact with. Okay, so like I said, I have personals available. I don't know if I'll be hopping on live later or not, but if you do want a personal, everything can be found in the link in my bio, or I'll be posting this on YouTube as well. So if you want to see that, go ahead and subscribe there, because I post everything on there. Well, I'm trying to. And I will catch you another time. Thank you.